Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk a little bit about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shit. So yeah, there's a trial, and this is due to unfortunate problem. Their divorce settlement and blah blah blah, and how unfortunately, yeah. So they're both at court. They're trying to find, if Amber Heard is guilty of assaulting, Johnny Depp. Let me fucking just say this. First of all, I'm not gonna act like I care much. I do think what I like is that this is exposing the problem. You know how people mention how there's toxic masculinity, and apparently they say that's a problem? Why are not people talking about toxic femininity? Because if anything, this is exposing that how Amber Heard and a lot of females are out there being toxic as females. Why not talk about toxic femininity? You know what I mean? First of all, I don't believe this whole toxic masculinity bullshit, right? Apparently, if you act like a man and are a man, apparently that's toxic. But, if you want to talk about, sure, if men, let's listen. If, men, assaulting women, sure, okay, fine. I understand. Or, them actually fucking, I don't know. But, the thing is, I don't believe this whole left-wing narrative about toxic masculinity. Because, again, that's just bullshit that left-leaning people would use to fucking, hate on men. If you guys remember the whole Gillette commercial, saying toxic masculinity, how dare men try to be men, how dare men try to approach women, and being the head of the fucking workforce and blah blah blah, even though maybe because they actually fucking put the effort put effort in the workforce, and that's why they're in the position they're in and whatever. Apparently men are rapists and blah blah blah. They're bad people. How about we talk about toxic femininity? Obviously I'm all against men fucking I'm again this is not this is. I'm against, of course, men fucking taking advantage of people, okay? But the thing is, to act like, men are bad or whatever, get the fuck out of here with this shit. All men bad, and, apparently there's a problem. Apparently, being a man, working out or going to, going gym or approaching chicks and, I don't know, just, apparently things that people find offensive. How dare men do this and whatever. When it's not wrong, how is that wrong? But if anything, we should also talk about toxic femininity. When you look at bitches like Amber Heard and all these bitches in fucking who happen to be celebrities, isn't that toxic femininity? They get away with anything because they're females. That's toxic femininity. They get away from anything because they're females. People say that men get away with anything because they're men. That's not the case. I bet you. What's going on right now? If what's fucking Amber Heard is being convicted, if this was happened to Johnny Depp, if Johnny Depp was to do what Amber Heard did, okay? Do you not understand how this fucking case would have fucking been more serious if it was happening to Johnny Depp? If Johnny Depp was to do what Amber Heard did to him? That just goes to show how it's unfair for men, okay? It goes to show how it's unfair for men, especially in the courthouse, okay? So, that's toxic femininity if you think about it. Because women get away with everything, especially with regards to being in the courthouse. They can get fucking, if it's a divorce charge, they can still get the money, even as a prenup. They can still get fucking... all the money. They can still get, the custody of the kids, cause it favors the woman more. And not just that, the unfortunate society values women more than anything, because that also goes to show, unfortunately, probably that simp culture and all this bullshit, right? But also, it doesn't help, women get away with everything because they're just females and shit. Just if they do something bad, they'll get away because they're females. Let's support the women, ladies first or whatever. Which again, sure, that's chivalry stuff. Chivalry's fine. Unfortunately, women, they don't value that anymore. But the thing is, I'm not going against all that, but to act women don't get away with anything when they could, if it's a crime, they get less fucking harsher fucking times than fucking men. And I bet you, if Amber Heard was to be found guilty, which she should, guess what? She's gonna get away easily still. She's gonna get like a less fucking harsher sentencing than Johnny Depp would if he was to do what he did to fucking Amber Heard. I'm not saying that Johnny Depp needs to act like a fucking, should have acted like a man, should have smacked the bitch for fucking even trying to fucking hurt him. I mean, and plus, sure, people say like, oh, it's his fault for marrying the bitch and whatever, which I understand, but like, because apparently Amber Heard is a toxic bitch, like, what the fuck? But seriously, like, I really don't blame Johnny Depp, man. Like, I just feel bad for him, obviously. I don't know why people, like, there's some people, like, shitting on, how dare you sit, like, come on, man, like, come on. What would you do in that situation? But, like, I do think that overall this is a toxic relationship. Just like fucking Will. That's the problem, too. Like, what's going on with Will Smith? Like, look what's going on with Will Smith. We found, like, fucking his wife is an example of a toxic female as well. And we're being exposed to, like, nowadays, we're being exposed to toxic relationships. Look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. And now Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Those are examples of toxic relationships showing the toxicity of females. So that's the problem nowadays, in the world. And I do think Amber Heard is a fucking cunt. Fuck that bitch. She deserves a harsh sentence. And, like, it just also, but it's good. We know that this bitch is not going to get harsh sentencing. Because, unfortunately, the courthouse favors the female more for some dumb reason. I understand the females are the providers. They're the one making babies. I get that, But for God's sakes, they get away with every fucking shit. Falsely accusing men of rape and fucking falsely accusing men of anything. But, they can get away with it. But while men have to fucking deal with the bullshit. The hard times. While men who have built this country, built the nation, built the world, we get the heart, we get, our backs get painful for nothing, while they get away with bullshit. I don't know what to tell you, man. Overall, I think Amber Heard is a toxic fucking feminine bitch. Okay, fuck that bitch. I hate to overuse the word bitch, but that's what she is. She's a cunt. So is Jada Pinkett Smith. And you know what? Divorce them. Will Smith needs to divorce that cunt, man. What the fuck? Why are you with that bitch, man? I don't know. Like, again, like, let's point out toxic femininity. Overall, like, about my thoughts about the whole fucking trial with Johnny Depp. By Johnny Depp, good guy. Okay, he's a good guy. I mean, I think the reason why all this shit happened to him, again, he's such a good guy. You could just tell. Okay? So I feel bad for him. So, overall, like, it's a darn shame. Like, a good guy like Johnny Depp getting taken advantage by this fucking cunt. Like, you could just look how much of a cunt and trying to fucking seem, like, sad and crying, trying to look like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That fucking fake-ass shit. You can't act for cunt or fucking shit. Alright. Overall, that's to say, people. I'm just Gabriel. Get your games. Close my niece, my enemies, bitches, go. Share shit. Till next time. Peace. Yeah, bye.